Okay, this is another comic book collection video, I guess. This is again continuing the trend of Iron Man. Like I said, I have tons of Iron Man that I recently purchased. Well, not recently, I just haven't had the time to read them or look over them. But I bought them like when the semester of school started. But anyway, this is Iron Man 189. And again, this is Jim Rhodes still as Iron Man. And this is pretty much, he really cracks in this one. Because this guy Termite just pretty much pwned his ass. He pretty much just pwned his ass, and you know, Jim Rhodes doesn't take it very well. He doesn't take it very well, and he's been on the edge as of late, and this really pushes him over it. And this is Iron Man 190, and this is pretty much right here. I mean, if you look, he's nearly killing him, and that's pretty much what it is. He goes into a crowded area, and he pretty much nearly kills a bunch of, and he kills Termite, and he nearly kills a bunch of bystanders as well. And you can see the Scarlet Witch guest stars. That's another issue for another story. But yeah, he pretty much just snaps. And then this is Iron Man 191. This is pretty much when Tony Stark returns to being, doesn't return to being the original Iron Man, return to being Iron Man. He just makes a new armor, a very crude armor, like the first one he ever made. And he makes it in order to confront Jim Rhodes, who snapped. And that's all the only reason he does it, because he's still recovering from his battle with alcoholism. Children, don't drink. Or don't drink heavily, I guess. So, yeah, and this is him actually fighting Jim Rhodes with that Iron Man. These are pretty good issues right here, and you would think Jim Rhodes would beat him because he's got the more advanced armor, but he doesn't, because his armor, because he just doesn't know how to operate the armor. He doesn't know all the kinks and all the ins and outs of it. Tony Stark knows it, and he knows that Jim Rhodes is pretty much on the edge and just snapped, so he takes advantage and beats him. And this is 193. He's still recovering from alcoholism, and he doesn't want to become Iron Man anymore, and doesn't want to do it because he's afraid that he's going to start drinking again. So you can tell how it says, you know, Stark, and then this right here, that's the reason you'll see that in the title. And it's just pretty much him just visiting Avengers headquarters, and he finally reveals to them that Tony Stark, he is Iron Man, which I don't know how they didn't see it. Iron Man 195. This is pretty much him. This is pretty much Jim Rhodes trying to look for a cure, as you can see right there. But apparently it's his soul that's poisoned. It's a very weird, offbeat issue too. This is Iron Man 196, and this is another one of those weird, offbeat issues. Because, I don't know, because he ends up, Jim Rhodes ends up losing the armor in the previous comic book that I showed you, and it's just really offbeat because some spirit apparently takes, like, control of one armor, and then someone else takes another armor, and then this is actually Tony Stark right there confronting both of them, and it's just a really weird, offbeat issue. This is Iron Man 197. This is Jim Rhodes again. He kind of semi-recovers, and he gets the armor back, and it's just a Secret Wars 2 tie-in. Solid issues, I think spectacular, but it gets the job done. This is Iron Man 198. This is pretty much the last time you see, well, not both Iron Man working, fighting together like a title fight, but just Tony Stark in his armor, because he has a very cool armor, and his armor pretty much becomes toast. You get the origin of Dire Stone, who took over Tony Stark's company. And it is a pretty solid issue because Dire Stone pretty much orders an attack on a new company that they started. And this is Iron Man 199. And again, this is pretty much when things go horribly. When a Dire Stone really upped the ante. And I don't know if it's this issue or the next one I'm gonna show you, but this is the one where pretty much ends up killing like one of the people, one of the nerds, I call them, that Jim Rhodes started the company with, and it pretty much sets everything into motion in the coming 200th issue. And this is the 200th issue, and this issue is just badass. I mean, that's Tony Stark's new armor right there. It's more powerful than that yellow and gold armor that Jim Rhodes had. And this is pretty much after, you know, he died Dane just destroyed their company that he started up. And Tony Stark just pretty much, he kind of rose up, he's like, screw alcoholism. Screw this alcohol, I'm not going to become an alcoholic. And he goes up to Dice Dane and they end up fighting, and Dice Dane ends up killing himself with a laser blast to the head. It's just an awesome, awesome issue. And if you've seen 200, I would recommend anyone pick that up. It's just an awesome issue. And then finally, this is Iron Man 201, and this is just kind of what I would call the cleanup issue after the Amazing 200. This is pretty much him. He just goes, rescues the people who are trapped, who have died from kidnapped, rescues the baby. You know, pretty much he. Oh, and then I forgot to mention that also him and his girl Bethany from the Demon in the Bottle story arc. She ended up switching bodies with Lady Mask, and so that's another recurring issue that you're going to see in the next coming issues. But anyway, this has been some more of the Iron Man, and, well, thanks for anyone who's watching.